All right, Kliff Kingsbury is here for his weekly segment with us, and nice win yesterday. Coach, I would assume that's exactly how you draw it up, right? Just set everything towards the end of the game and then take care of it all like that.
Yeah, we wanted to work on our comeback ability early in the season, so we just thought we'd show up for the second half.
So obviously, of course, we're being a little facetious here, tongue-in-cheek, but at the same time, Kliff, there is value to that, isn't there?
There is, yeah, to be able to overcome some of the things that really self-inflicted, like we were talking about earlier, self-inflicted wounds, and they have a great team, and to spot them that type of lead and then be able to fight back and see what can happen when you execute at a high level, when you stick together and you continue to fight, that could serve us well moving forward, hopefully.
The self-inflicted stuff that you're able to overcome yesterday, as a coach, do you look at that as easier to correct? I mean, you can't teach talent, right? But you can fix that stuff.
Yeah, talent and effort, that is something we know we have, and we see it each and every day with the way our guys work and the type of roster we have. But the mistakes and it's coaching, it's playing, it's all of it. We got to tighten everything up, and the first 2 weeks haven't been the standard for us as far as execution goes and play calling and all of those things in all three phases. But this is one we can build off of, and we got to get better in a hurry with our first division game on Sunday.
Kliff, the biggest thought that I have watching this game is not only the comeback. I've never seen anything quite like that before. I've been around this game for a long, long time. Never seen anything like that. But the fact that Kyler Murray was right in the center of that makes it even that much better, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. He had that look in his eye. He wanted the ball in his hands, and whatever we called, he was making work. Even if it wasn't open or even if we didn't protect it well, he was going to make it work. And that was great to see. Must-have game on the road against a great team in a hostile environment, and he took it over, and he has that ability. There's no doubt.
As a quarterback, which one is more impressive to you, the 21-second scramble and the two-point conversion, or that throw to A.J. Green to end regulation?
Yeah, I think the throw, because that's the game. I mean, we knew that. We'd squandered some timeouts. I did a poor job on some of that stuff, getting the plays in and the clock management. And once we knew it was just a one-drive deal and we kind of slowed it down to make sure there was no time left on the clock for them, we knew, hey, we had to have this. So to stand in there and make that throw the back of the end zone like he did, only place it could have been, that was a big time throw.
Coach, you just mentioned it right there. My second takeaway from the game that I wrote down in my notes is, man, the Cardinals, we won this game and yet fought ourselves the whole way. It felt like that. The timeouts, Coach, the delay of games, and that. Talk a little bit about that, and how do you fix that?
Yeah, we just gotta practice like we play, and I think it starts there. You got to make those practice reps as close to game-like as you can, as far as coaching and playing, as far as getting the play calls in and operating at line of scrimmage, all those things. And we got to be better. There's no doubt that won't work moving forward, and made it a lot harder than it had to be, but I think we'll learn from it and be better.
Talking to Cardinals head coach Kliff Kingsbury, Kliff, the very end of the game that felt like it wasn't ever going to end, Byron Murphy gets the touchdown, they review it, there's just sort of chaos on the field. What are you thinking in that moment?
I'm yelling to get in the locker room and get on the bus and let's go. I was like, what are we waiting around for? That would have been wild, because those Vegas fans, that's an interesting bunch that comes in there. So it could have went south in a hurry. But yeah, that was something he can learn from as well. He was close to being immortalized in a way he would not want to be, but he's one of those guys, the ball tends to bounce to him wherever he's at. I mean, he was on the other side of the field and hustles over there and picks that ball up and takes it in and just what a finish.
So, okay, here you are. You're down 20-0 at the half. You come out, and suddenly I see an offense that is not only moving the ball, but an offense that is still balanced. Kliff, how were you staying that controlled in that situation, knowing, man, you had to light it up? I thought for sure you were going to say, here we go, we're going to spread the field, we're just going to go. You stayed balanced. Why?
Yeah, our defense, was getting some stops, and we knew they were playing too high shell, and it was going to be hard sledding to drop back and throw it every play against those ends. Those two guys are tremendous players. And so we wanted to stick to keeping it balanced, keeping them off balance, and luckily we're able to do that and had just enough time to get it done.
I'm guessing if we had told you before the game you could hold Davante Adams to 2 catches for 12 yards, you'll take that too, huh?
Yeah, I'd have said there's no way. The ball didn't go his way for whatever reason, and we had a great plan in place. VJ, I thought that was going to be his thing. He's not going to beat us. I mean, they got a great running back, great tight end, great slot receiver, Davante. I mean, they got a bunch of weapons, but we said going in he won't beat us, and our guys did a good job of finding him and trying to keep the ball away from him.
At every level you have ever been in, have you ever actually called plays for an 18-play drive? Have you ever done that, Kliff?
I don't think so. That's a new record. And I'm all out of goal line plays, and, 10-yard and in plays. So we're gonna have to draw some up this week. But we threw everyone we had at him, and luckily Kyler made them work.
What was the key to that possession right there? You absolutely had to have it. You got it done. What was the key to it overall?
Just guys staying focused. And like I said, once we realized we weren't going to have enough time to try and get the ball back if we didn't get the 2-point conversion, if we needed 2 scores, we just talked about settling in. We got time. We're 4 downs the rest of the way, and so relax and take advantage of those downs that we have to work with. And guys did and made plays when we had to.
Your 2 young linebackers, Isaiah Simmons doesn't play much in the first half, makes a big play in overtime. Zaven played the entire game. With Isaiah, is that growing pains, and are we seeing progress from Zaven, do you think?
Yeah, Zaven has definitely made strides. The game slowed down for him some. Got a long way to go, there's no doubt. But we're starting to see his athleticism show up more and not think so much. And with Isaiah, it was one of those deals where the previous week didn't think he played as good as we know he can. And so we asked him to, hey, practice better and show us. And he practiced his tail off all week. He was focused, had a great week of practice, and came out and performed at a high level. And that's what we need to see moving forward.
So, Coach, maybe I'm reading way too much into this. I probably am, right, being the old guy there. But you know what? I saw you come running out of the tunnel with your coaches at half. Come running out at the half. You came back onto the field to start the second half. I didn't see any players. And I was thinking to myself, okay, what does that mean right there, right? Maybe they're back inside. It's a players-only deal. And they're saying, you know what? They're screaming at each other. That's what we would have done back in the day. Was any of that going on?
Yeah, we had some good leaders step up. I didn't have much to say. I said, hey, it's not effort, fellas. You're playing your butts off, which they were as far as effort, but it's just execution, coaches and players. And coaches, I'm like, we're about to get this right. We're going to run out here and get this right. We're going to call better plays, and y'all got to execute. And, they talked about it and came out and played at a high level.
Coach, we appreciate the time. As always, good luck against the Rams this week.
Thank y'all.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Kliff.
it. Yes, sir.